Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap, and I hope you all are preparing very well and with full dedication for the IRDAI Grade A Phase 2, as the Phase 2 is just around the corner. Now in today's session we are going to discuss the important topics of the ESI Impacting Insurance that you should not miss out. So there are some topics that are not directly mentioned in your syllabus, but these topics are very important as per the analysis of the PYQs. So these topics we are going to discuss that you should not be missing out in your preparation for the ESI Impacting Insurance. Even if they are not directly mentioned in the syllabus through the PYQs, we can understand that these topics are important. So that we are going to discuss in today's session. So let's get started. First of all, the role of IRDAI policies and initiatives. So this is a topic that you should not miss out in your preparation for ESI Impacting Insurance. Why? Because in 2023, there was a direct question on the Bima Sugam in the Phase 2 of IRDAI Grade A. There was a direct question on the Bima Sugam that you can see here, that Bima Sugam is an online marketplace. Explain in brief on how customers will benefit from this marketplace. So Bima Sugam is not directly mentioned in your syllabus. The role of IRDAI, the policies and initiatives are also not directly mentioned in your syllabus, but here there is the mention of functions of IRDAI. So in the function of IRDAI, the IRDAI has the motive to boost the insurance sector in the country, to protect the customers in the insurance sector in the country. So in the functions of IRDAI, you can also see that the role of IRDAI is also important. So the policies and initiatives that is launched by IRDAI is very, very important from your examination perspective. So you should have the basic information about Bima Sugam, Bima Vistar, Bima Vahak, Bima Bharosa, Bima Manthan, State Insurance Plan of IRDAI, as well as recently there is the discussion regarding the Bima Sakhi also. So I hope you will focus on these topics. Okay, so recently there is the discussion on Bima Sakhi also. So just have the brief understanding of these topics, so that if a direct question come from any of these policies and initiatives of IRDAI, you will be able to write the answer, you will be able to write the basic idea at least. Okay, so this is as per the previous year question that you can see that a question from Bima Sugam has been asked in 2023. So a question can come in 2024 from the policies and initiatives of IRDAI also. So directly there is no mention of policies and initiatives of IRDAI, but in the functions of IRDAI, the role of IRDAI also you should be focusing on. Okay, so as per PYQs and as per the functions of IRDAI, you should focus on the role of IRDAI also. So now coming to so this is something that you should not be missing out. Now coming to the schemes. So schemes, the Fasal Bima Yojana, Ayushman Bharat Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana. So these are the schemes that have been seen in the 2017 IRDAI Grade A Phase 2 and the 2023 IRDAI Grade A Phase 2. So these schemes, the name of these schemes are not directly mentioned in your syllabus, but these are the social security schemes. So the social security schemes. So these schemes are very important from your examination perspective, because we have seen that in 2017, in 2023, in the ESI Impacting Insurance component, there were direct questions from the schemes. So seeing the trend, the schemes become very, very important, and for the coming examination also, you should be focusing on the social security scheme. So have a read of the social security schemes, so that if a question comes, you will be able to answer the question. Okay, so the schemes, even if they are not mentioned in your syllabus directly, but these schemes become important as they are the social security schemes. Okay, so here there is the mention of health insurance scheme and such, but there was the question from Atal Pension Yojana and Fasal Bima Yojana also. So social security scheme you should be focusing on. Now next is IRDAI annual report. So see, IRDAI annual report is one of the document that you should not be missing out. Why is it so? Because IRDAI annual report can provide you a lot of data points to enhance your answer, to boost the level of your answer. It can also provide you the value addition points, and it can become the main source of many of the topics that is given in your ESI Impacting Insurance syllabus. So if you want to get the data about insurance penetration, insurance density, you can get the data from IRDAI annual report. If you want to see the data for insurance investment in infrastructure sector, the data has been provided in IRDAI annual report. If you want to know about the functions of IRDAI, if we want to read the role of IRDAI, the policies and initiatives of IRDAI, it has been in detail, it has been mentioned in the IRDAI annual report. If you want to know about the changing regulations or laws in the insurance sector, so that has also been mentioned in detail in the IRDAI annual report. So it can provide you, it is a very authentic, it is released by IRDAI, so it is a very authentic and a very good source to provide you the data points and the value addition points for many of the topics, in your syllabus. So the topics that you are preparing will be enhanced. You will get the value addition points if you have the good understanding, or if you read this IRDAI annual report and collect the data point and value addition point for these topics. Okay. So this is the idea, that IRDAI annual report is such a report that you should not be missing out, as it is enhancing your answers if they come directly from any of these topics. Okay. Now the last point is the syllabus. So we have seen that in the 2023 Phase 2 examination, there were questions from the impact of age structure on insurance industry. That is a question from your impact of age structure on economy. Directly from the syllabus, there was also a question on positive and negative impact of COVID-19 on insurance industry. So that is directly from this point of macroeconomic factors, including catastrophe and pandemic, that may impact insurers and insurance market. So the A point of this whole syllabus becomes very important. You cannot miss out any of the topic in this A point of your ESI Impacting Insurance syllabus. As well as why I have highlighted this, because from here a direct question has not come in the previous years, but the sustainable development, the sustainable and responsible development of the economy, this has become a very important topic in the recent time. In the RBI Grade B examination in the Phase 2, there was a question from sustainable development. So sustainable development is the hot topic right now. It has been discussed a lot in the recent time. So the contribution of insurance sector, a question can come on the contribution of insurance sector to sustainable and responsible development of economy, because this is a hot topic. Okay. As well as the question can come on the insurance investment in infrastructure sector, because the infrastructure sector is also hot topic in the recent time. Okay. The case study questions can come on the risk, different kind of risk. Okay. So I hope you are able to understand that the A part is very important, because the previous year questions have come from the A structure and from your macroeconomic factors. So A part of your ESI Impacting Insurance is very important, because the examiner has focused on it in the previous year and can focus on it in this year also. And the other important topics in your syllabus is the sustainable development, the insurance sector impact on sustainable development, and the infrastructure sector. Okay. So these are some of the important areas. I'm not saying that do not do the others, but these are some things that you should not be missing out. You should be practicing the questions of these topics. Okay. So make some questions yourself of these topics and try to write the answer by yourself. Okay. So this is very important. These are the areas that are very, very important. You should be completing the syllabus. You should be having the basic understanding of all the topics in the syllabus. But these are some of the topics that are the hot topics right now, or they have been directly seen in the previous year questions. So these topics become very important. That should not be missed out, and that should be practiced in your answer writing practice. Okay. And this E part is also important, because the schemes or the social sector is always discussed. Okay. So I hope you will be focusing on the important parts that is quite in news recently, or that is quite discussed recently. Okay. So do not miss out any of the topic in your syllabus, but these are some of the, like, the highlighted part is something that you should be practicing. Okay. Or you should be making some good answer, model answer. If the question comes in examination, you will be able to write faster. So this is the idea. So in syllabus, you can see that there was directly the question from impact of various age structure on insurance industry, and from COVID-19 also there was a question. So this is directly from your syllabus, impact of age structure and macroeconomic factors. So the A part is important. Then there is the importance of sustainable development and such. Then there is the functions of IRDAI and the schemes. So this is all that we have discussed today. This is it. I hope you have got some important points that you should not be missing out from your examination perspective, from the ESI Impacting Insurance perspective. Okay. So thank you everyone. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel of EduTap. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining.